Let's get more now from Sunny Joura, an Australian citizen who's been stranded in India since May last year. He is due to return home to Australia this evening, but is still waiting to find out the results of his COVID-19 tests. Good afternoon and welcome to you again. You must have been delighted to secure a flight on this repatriation flight. How are you feeling now as you await the results of your tests?
Good afternoon, Kirsten. I just got my results and I've got a bad news to share that I have tested positive. And I was good to go on the last flight, 28th of April. I think we spoke a couple of weeks ago. But then because of the ban, my mother and I were not able to board that flight. So we were put into this hotel day before yesterday by Qantas, and then tests were conducted yesterday. I just found out the report today that there's a low viral load in my report. No one from Qantas or DFAT has contacted me as yet. No one from the hotel has contacted me as yet. I've been trying the reception for last 2 hours, but I can't get through. So I also called DFAT a couple of times, Qantas a couple of times. The people over there are unable to explain anything. So we just want to know what's going on. So, if this ban wasn't there for us to board that flight on 28th, that's when both of us, my mother and I, tested negative. We would have been in Australia by now.
Sunny,
but now
I can
it's
hear
again,
it.
I don't know what's going to happen now. I'm not sure.
I can
and
hear
if
it in your
I
voice
die,
that this, well, Sunny, just tell us, this is a terrible blow. You said you haven't spoken to DFAT. How did you become aware of your COVID results?
our phone number was there on the sample collection. So they sent us an SMS with a link to the report, which I've opened up and I saw. I still haven't received the report from my mother, but in my report, it says detected and low viral load. And which means I'm positive. And
last time we spoke,
yeah.
You said that you had been doing everything within your power, basically, to stay at home, to keep yourself as isolated as possible to avoid this. I just can't imagine the pressure that you're feeling under right now.
Yes, we were, since we spoke last time, and I think that was a couple of weeks ago, we did not leave the house at all. The only time we got out of the house was day before yesterday to get to this hotel to board the flight. So I don't know whether it is on the way or whether it is the hotel air conditioning here or something, or from the food. I have no idea. But again, I mean, I don't know who to blame on this. I've done everything possible to keep myself protected, double masking and everything. So, I mean, I just don't know. I'm just disappointed that we could have boarded the flight on 28th when we were negative, but we were not able to do so. And some cricketers were. So,
so is it?
I'm not so. Yeah, just one more thing, Kirsten. I just heard Prime Minister that we are doing everything and we're doing this and that. But honestly, there's been a lost opportunity, Mr. Prime Minister. You announced that by 25th of December, Christmas, you'll get everyone home. The fact is that between June and December, there were only 5 Qantas repatriation flights that got sent over, which means 750 people out of the 10,000, which is 7.5%. Is that effort good enough? I just leave it to the Australian people to decide, to think, what's going on here. We are Australian citizens and we need to be protected. We need to be taken back from here. We don't want Australian government to create obstacles on the way, by way of caps, 40 to 50 passengers per flight, and then all sorts of other restrictions. I mean, get your act together, please. Get more quarantine facilities. I'm not saying that if I'm positive, you take me on the flight. I'm not saying that. But then, there were opportunities in the past. This is the 3rd time my flight got cancelled. This time, first time for me being positive. But all this 11 plus months, I was negative. I was able to return, but I was not able to return because of the Australian government. And if I die, Australian government will be responsible.
Sunny, it is very clear that you think if not for the travel ban, you would most likely be back home in Australia and safe. In terms of what you now think that the Australian government can do for you, you say that you don't think that you should necessarily board the plane while positive for COVID-19, but are you concerned about what the next few weeks might mean for you? And in terms of any possible medical assistance, can you be guaranteed of getting it in the Indian medical system at the moment?
Absolutely nothing. I mean, I know people who are influential, they also are not able to get beds in the hospitals right now. There is lack of oxygen supply. People I know, a lot of people I know have died. Young people as well, not only old people. So it's just destiny now. I don't know. It's just my bad luck. I don't know what's going to happen next. I just have to take one thing at a time. There's been absolutely no assistance from Australian side. So and I don't know. I mean, they just need to think practically, I guess, not play politics. I guess there is this new election winning formula. Just show everyone that we are being very tough on this, restrictions, border restrictions and this and that. But what have you done to expand quarantine? What have you done to increase vaccination?
Sunny, you must also be quite concerned at the moment for your mother. Is there any circumstances in which you would like something to be organised for her, whether it to be a separate room, for instance?
Yeah, I mean, we would ideally go back home and sort of isolate there. We have got 2 rooms there. She could be in one room and I can be in the other room. So rest depends on what happens to my condition. If I don't have symptoms right now, but I mean, I guess eventually they'll come. I don't know whether I've contracted this from this hotel, which I think I have, or on the way from the transportation. But I can't say anything what's going to happen. So I'll just wait and watch.
And Sunny, do you happen to know anyone else who was taking this repatriation flight later today? And have you heard whether they are in fact able to board?
No, I have no idea. I was not in direct contact with anyone. Indirectly, I was hearing things over the Facebook page, but directly I don't know anyone. And I hear that about 70 people cannot go today, so there's a substantial number. Yeah, so that's another wake-up call for when things were good in India, we were not repatriated. When things were good, flights should have been sent over. Instead, over in June or so, rhetoric was being pushed by the politicians that, we gave them enough time, why didn't they come home? And the Australian public also got misled by that. I'm extremely disappointed. I didn't speak out about this before, but right now, the way I'm feeling, I think this game playing should end and the politicians should work in a bipartisan manner and sort this mess out.
Sunny Joura, I think we appreciate you speaking to us from Delhi and we can hear your frustration. We will stay in touch with you and we certainly hope that you stay well and that we do see you back here soon, but we will remain in contact with you. Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Thank you. Thank you, Kirsten.